I've been in that basement, Big Josh.
No! Your ass better call somebody! Oh, hell
It's me. It's me. It's the Justin Mr. D. That's right. This is the Horsemen Hangout with the Road Dog Justin DiBiase, Big Josh Hinkle,
Howdy.
Mr. Roo TV. We are the new age. Actually, no, the Horsemen Hangout. We are the Horsemen Hangout, and we are back for the first time in a long time. We are back here, and it feels great to be back. I got so much energy, so much to talk about. We only have 3 panelists right now, but we have a great show lined up for all of you. I'm so excited to be back here live on YouTube. I finally got my computer figured out, and we have a lot to talk about. But I know what everybody wants to know is they want to catch up with the panelists and really know what's going on in the past year. If you haven't been watching YouTube, if you haven't been watching In the Pits or Root TV or any of those things, you wouldn't know what's going on in these guys' lives. But I'm gonna fill you in right now, and I'm gonna start by introducing my brother, who is the owner and creator of Root TV. What a great, funny material he puts out, and he also started something else in the past year, didn't you, Roo? How are you?
I'm doing good. It's good to have the Horseman Hangout back, even though we have a depleted panel. Mr. Z just texted me. He's unable, having some technical difficulties. Shout out to Mr. Z. But yeah, it's been a while since then. Let's see, we've started a podcast, After the Party podcast, that's available on Shout Engine. You can go there and listen to that. I think it's facebook.com/After the Party podcast. Check it out. And yeah, Root TV is still going strong. We got a Halloween special dropping in a couple days. It's going to be long, Big Josh. It's going to be real long. It's going to be a long one, Big Josh. Long, very long.
Yeah, we are looking forward to that very much so. Roo, when you have your characters and you have Halloween coming up, is it hard to choose who's your favorite? Who's your favorite to do? I
think my favorite to do would have to be Herb, because it's just much more easy to. Because last night I was Herb, I was with Herb, and Herb was in character the entire time, so it just seems much easier to do Herb, honestly. Smiley is very hard to do because he requires a lot of energy, and kind of like the facial contortions gets tiring after a while, gives me a headache. Tony Malibu is fun. Everybody loves Tony. I know Baboom. Big Josh, you love Tony, right?
Baboom.
And he's fun to do too, but I don't really like wearing wigs. So I think that's part of the reason why I like Herb, because he's the only one that doesn't wear a wig.
Good enough reason. Well, welcome back, Roo, to the Horseman Hangout. It feels good to have you here with us. And now I turn my attention to a man who has had a great year since in this past year that the Horseman Hangout hasn't been on. And I'm going to let him talk more about it. But it's my understanding that, Mr. Josh Hinkle, you've started a podcast on a very popular YouTube network from one of the stars of all of professional wrestling. You want to talk about that show?
Sure. I started back in July for Vince Russo's YouTube channel for In the Pits. A certain somebody we know, Justin, pitched the idea to Jeff Lane, Vince Russo. Wonder who that guy is. What's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, yeah, he's on my screen. That Root TV guy.
I pitched it.
Yep.
That's
to be
right.
clear, that was Jeff Lane, not Mr. Lane, right?
Yes. Oh, don't you start that crap now. No,
There's
but
only one Mr. Lane.
okay, I'll give you that. Give you that. But yeah, Ryan
right.
pitched the idea to Vince and Jeff, and it's been so far good. Starting in July, the season's almost over. Here, last 2 races I'm gonna cover in November, last 2, so it's real good.
Big Josh, I got to make that merch store for you. We're gonna make that merch store.
Josh, I think when the off season comes after the championship, you're gonna have to pitch something to Vince because you're gonna have to stay on the network, and it's not gonna be in the pits, but maybe it can transform to something else.
No, I could find some news or break out a news story or something.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, I hear the TNA review video slots open, so maybe you want to try that one.
No, Ryan. That's Ryan, Mr. Rue here. Rue, you both, man.
Rue,
Okay,
are you happily doing it here?
No, the TNA review, I stopped doing that. That was a chore to watch. I was just so sick of all their boring television and characters. It makes Raw watchable if you watch TNA. It's so awful.
Well, Rue, let's make history here. On the return of the Horsemen Hangout, I want to see you pass the torch right now. The TNA review. I know it's not your channel. An endorsement. I think an endorsement should happen right now, right here, live on the Horsemen Hangout.
I fully endorse. Well, I don't know if Big Josh has he's working on in the pits though. That's a full-time gig there. It's a full-time job. I mean, 9 to 5 type job. I can't give him that if he can't take it. I mean, I don't want to put pressure on Josh if I tell him take the TNA review, and then he's got to be extra stressed out pacing around the house.
I feel like we're kicking off Raw with like they used to do with a huge segment, and this is what it is. Sorry, I jumped in.
All right, Josh. You know what? I'm going to throw it out there. If you would like to, but if not, and no skin off, no harm, no foul. If you would like to take the reins, the Luther reigns, the Roman reigns, the reigns of the TNA weekly review on Vince Russo's channel, I'm sure Jeff Lane would be more than willing to give you my spot, and I fully endorse it. That's all I'll say.
Josh, response?
If you DM Jeff Lane, working out with them, okay.
All right, we'll see, bro. We'll see.
Hey, just for the if that shirt ever gets made, the DM me, check your DMs, bro. I'm gonna purchase one. So get that thing made.
Check your DMs, bro. Check your DMs.
Yeah,
bro.
we'll get me and you, Rue, will discuss the business point in the near future, right?
Sounds like a plan, sir.
All right, that was a great first segment there, and we don't have any commercial breaks like Raw or SmackDown. We go straight forward, straight through. All right, so what did I want to talk about? Well, a lot has happened since the last Hangout. We have a new president. Believe it or not, Barack Obama was our president last time we had a Hangout. We had some deaths. We had Tom Petty pass away. We had a near death, and Ric Flair. And I'm happy to say that Ric Flair is not dead and he's doing well. And they just had the premiere of his ESPN 30 for 30 documentary. I heard it was very good. Looking forward to that. So let's talk a little bit about TLC. Me and Rue really haven't watched as much wrestling as we had previously, but we both tuned in for TLC. Big Josh, I know you tuned in as well, correct?
Mm-hmm. I watched it.
I saw the last half of the pay-per-view, I guess you still call it. But Rue, you're there with that yellow mustard. Grade TLC and give us your thoughts.
I thought it was mediocre. I don't think it was anything spectacular, but it wasn't. I don't think it was awful at the same time. But they were under the gun because a couple guys went home from the virus. A few guys went home from the virus, so they called an audible and they made AJ versus Finn Balor, which was a good match. Again, I want to just it was a little bit underwhelming, not because they didn't bust their butt, but the hype between those two guys from the Bullet Club fighting for the first time was very high, and I don't know if they had the time or the a lot of times they have to work together for a lot before they kind of click. I don't think they clicked just yet. they're going to fight down the line, wrestle down the line. That probably wasn't their best, even though it was a solid match, fun match. And then, of course, the big news was Kurt Angle returned to action in his Shield gear. I didn't think too highly of it until they did the whole comeback where he came out with his Angle music for the save. And I thought he was okay. And I know Big Vito on the brand, Vito LaGrasso, didn't really care so much for his work and thought he looked rusty. I thought he didn't miss a beat. I thought Kurt looked fine. And I'm sure we are going to see Kurt in a high-profile match in the red, white, and blue very, very shortly. And Kurt, at almost 49 years old in December.
Stephen Page has joined us.
Yes.
It's been a while, brother.
What's going on, dude?
No, we're just talking about TLC. I was just I interrupted Rue here, but
what the hell is that? That looks like skinny. Skinny Tom Brady.
He does look like Tom Brady a little bit now, doesn't he?
Looks like Tom Brady.
Don't deflate yourself.
Don't deflate yourself, man. Big Josh is really roasting tonight. He's roasting.
It's okay. I let air out of my tires. It's okay.
It's great to have you with us here. You missed the New Age Outlaws intro. We're four here, but we're missing Mr. Z and Mr. Lane. But we're glad to have you with us. And I guess we'll jump right into it, Steve. What have you been up to? I mean, you look great. You've been enjoying life, having a good time here.
Yeah, I go to wrestling still. Going to a wrestling event tomorrow night, actually.
Who's wrestling there, Steven? Who's wrestling?
I don't know. He's been on Ring of Honor TV for a little bit, so you guys might have caught him. Malonis. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
What's his name? Say it again. We missed it.
Ryan Malonis is his name.
What's his nick? He has a tagline, right? Like
yeah, Kingpin.
Kingpin. Yeah, Kingpin. Yeah, I've seen him on your Twitter.
He wrestled for Ring of Honor. He did the Young Prospect tournament this past year. So he's been a New England guy, so he's kind of a name now, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, since the last time that we did a hangout.
Oh, one more guy's going to be there, but I'm not a big fan of him. A little guy by the name of Ryback.
Oh, no.
No, I met him before in Knoxville before he quit WWE.
How was he? Was he nice?
Yeah, I mean, I think the guy's an idiot. I don't think anybody's gonna. I think there's gonna be some fans there that will give him his pop that he thinks he's gonna get.
Yeah.
But I know plenty of people that I've talked to that go to regular events for this organization that we're gonna collectively boo him. So it's gonna be good.
He's got a podcast now, right?
Spouts off his idiot things about how female wrestling fans are mentally ill or something like that, he said.
What in the world? I want to say, since you brought up like indies, since the last time we did the hangout, me and Rue have been to about 3 or 4 CZW events. Have you guys heard of CZW?
I've heard of it, yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I've heard that one guy.
ECW style, right?
Yeah.
Combat Zone Wrestling. They used to wrestle in the ECW arena. Now they wrestle in South Jersey. And they have some notable alumni, one being John Moxley, a.k.a. Dean Ambrose. But it's pretty good wrestling. I mean, Rue told me that before what it is now, they used to be all just, what do you call it, spot monkeys, Rue? They would just do big spots, and now they actually have good wrestling matches.
Yeah, there were a lot of garbage wrestling back in the day. A lot of just guys, death match. 75% of it was just hardcore junk stuff, but now they do a lot of good wrestling. So
yeah, and it's about 5% hardcore, 10%.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of shifted. Yeah,
we have a good time. And
I mean, it's okay to have hardcore matches if they make sense. If it makes sense in the feud, it's okay to have a hardcore match. But what's the point of going into having every match a hardcore style?
Now, when I say Steve, when I say that type hardcore, I mean I like hardcore when it's done with selling and psychology. Like back then, they wouldn't even sell. Like they'd hit each other, they throw each other off the.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know what this is. Yeah, I know what this is. This is just stupidity. This is just people going out there and cutting each other with razor blades for $20.
Well, it's worse than
Right,
that.
right.
Rue showed me that they had a documentary on. They do this tournament of death every year, and Vice, the show Vice, did it, and it's on YouTube now. I highly recommend it. It just shows how crazy it is. But,
Yeah, very good documentary on Vice on YouTube. But by the way, Steven, before we get off track, I watched the finals, and I don't normally do this, but I have a free subscription. The finals of the Mae Young Classic between the UFC girl and the Japanese girl, which I forget both their names, so sadly. But I think
Kyrie
I'm kind of
Zane.
with you. Yes, I think I'm kind of with you on what you were saying about the UFC. I mean, it just seems like she approaches it more like a UFC fight than working the crowd and working how a wrestler works. I never realized it that way, but she does have a lot of realistic offense.
Yeah, it's
but
very robotic.
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word. I just don't think it translates in terms of because Brock is realistic too, and he was a UFC fighter, but I think he gets.
Yeah, but even when Brock came in as a wrestler, like he went down to wrestling camp to learn how to work. Like I don't know. Everybody says this woman has worked in wrestling. I don't know. Maybe that's how they want her to work. I don't know.
Yeah, it's different. Now, is she gone or she lost? She lost the Asian one. Is she gone?
I'm not watching. I'm horrible. Like by the time Wednesday comes, I'm burnt out with wrestling. So I don't watch NXT on a regular. So I couldn't tell you.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, so we talked a little TLC, a little indie wrestling. Big Josh, any thoughts on the TLC pay-per-view there?
Well, just the ending with the Kane choke slamming Braun Strowman through the stage, and then you see the chairs of hanging above, and then Kane knocks it down to Braun Strowman. Strowman gets up, then they beat up him, throw him in the trash can like Super Shredder. So, yeah, it's one of those type of things.
You there, Big Josh?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put you on the spot here. Change the subject. What do you think of Harvey Weinstein, if you could describe him in a couple words?
Scumbag.
Yeah, scumbag. No, word I can't say. It's not PG friendly.
I mean, the guy, it's just unbelievable over what the guy's been doing over the past however many years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, he did.
I think he's a high profile guy in the business. I think it happens a lot with lower profile producers and people like that. You just don't hear about it. But
what's funny? It's Harvey Weinstein today, but we've all heard stuff out of like WWE stuff that happens that they that they brush under the rug, that stuff's happened, and it's kind of sad, but a lot of show business, that kind of stuff, just people hush about.
Yeah, very, very, very sketchy past WWE has.
And if you say anything, like guys like Roddy Piper spoke up, you kind of get blacklisted almost, right? I mean,
yeah, he didn't want to ruin. Like one of the things why Roddy was so uncomfortable talking about that in the last few years before he passed was, well, his son wants to get into wrestling, so you're gonna blacklist your son. His son, I think his name is Roderick too. I can't remember. And then also he does care about the fans and his legacy, and he doesn't want to be X'd out like Hogan. So that's why he never really shot candidly about Pat Patterson and that whole backstage stuff that was going on. So, I mean, he did somewhat. We kind of read between the lines of what happened, but that's why. So,
I mean, truthfully, none of us were there, so we can just go off what has been said out there. I mean, I think they got brought through a trial and were found, I don't know, whatever got found from that. But this guy will be put on trial, I assume, and there's more than plenty of evidence to prove that he's a scumbag.
Yeah, well, they set up a sting operation, too, where they got some audio and we got a lot of witnesses, so.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Ooh.
Yeah, his audio of him trying to force a girl to watch him shower. It's kind of weird. But, yeah, I know. Who would want to?
Mr. Norton talked about that, right? I'm sure on the show. Jim Norton.
Of course. All right, enough of that crap. Why did I put this on my list here?
Oh God.
I'm gonna go to Big Josh. Big Josh, I hear on Twitter that you are starting up a new workout plan next week.
Mm-hmm.
What are you planning on doing? What's the inspiration here? Let's hear about it.
I'm going to the community center like Wednesday or Thursday next week, and what I do is I'm gonna put the YouTube app back on my phone and just put together some wrestling entrance video playlist. All the old school. I'm not a mark like Ryan Satin that listens to his crap in his car. I mean, it's stretching the imagination. I don't want to be castrated by Vince Russo, but I just find all the old wrestling stuff, 80s, 90s, early 2000s,
Josh,
work out.
Josh,
What?
do you like pickles?
I love those types.
No.
Okay, and we have to watch Ryan eat pickles.
So wait. We're not allowed to listen to wrestling music in our cars?
No, yes, you can listen to wrestling music in your cars.
According to Vince Russo, bro. Bro, you can't listen to music in your car, bro.
Okay, that's the only way. If I put together stuff over an hour on a playlist, I can do the elliptical.
Jesus criminy.
I do 60 minutes on the elliptical.
There you go.
Awesome.
Well,
Josh,
I think you should do some podcasts and talk about your exercising journey with the YouTube community.
look at this, Josh. Here's a tip. You want a healthy snack? You get a pickle. You put a little mustard on the pickle, and then you eat it.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh.
A
I
healthy
like
snack.
pickles with mustard. Yeah.
A healthy snack. What do you think you eating a cheeseburger at McDonald's? Pickles with mustard.
Mr.
All right.
McMahon.
I had a Big Mac earlier, so yeah.
Well, that didn't help things.
No.
I can't say the last time I had McDonald's, so.
Oh God, I'm scarred from that mustard and the pickle.
I haven't had McDonald's or Burger King in a long time, but I had Chick-fil-A like last week, and it was so good.
I love Chick-fil-A.
Guess what happened today, guys? Guess what happened?
What?
I ate Burger King today for lunch, and the reason is because I needed some Burger King chicken nuggets, and I needed a rodeo burger because the reason is because I just felt like eating junk. So sometimes you want to eat junk, you know.
Cheat day.
You can't make it a tradition. You have to just do it on occasion. You know, it makes it all right. You can't do it all the time.
Yeah, like don't be like food use.
Exactly.
Right. You just treat yourself if you're having.
Josh, here's another healthy tip. I know you're on this whole kick. Take your finger like that, just your finger. Squeeze some mustard on the finger like that, and then scarf. Oh, look. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Move on. God's sake.
All right. Now, enough of the snack thing here. Now we'll skip that. All right, let me share my screen here. I got a little activity for us here. You know, you guys like my activities here.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna go to Josh. I'm gonna go to Josh on this one. Okay.
Oh boy.
Share. Let's see if this still works here. All right, Josh. I'm gonna play a little game with you called Would You Rather. I've played this before on this show. Bringing it back here, so I'm gonna ask you, would you rather? I'm gonna have 5 things, and we'll see what wins out. Are you ready?
Go for it.
All right. Would you rather?
Oh boy.
Would you rather take a drink given to you by Bill Cosby, or would you go see a Nickelback concert?
Nickelback concert.
Okay. All right, so Nickelback moves on. Would you rather go see Nickelback or spend a day with Pennywise the Clown?
So we all float down there, Justin. I'll go with the Nickelback.
All right, so you're going to stick with Nickelback. Would you rather go to see Nickelback in concert, or
What's this Nickelback? This Nickelback.
or would you? I don't know what is this one. Okay, would you rather see Nickelback, or would you rather be Doink the Clown in this picture?
Nickelback.
All right. As you can see in this picture, there's King Mabel. It's the Survivor Series. I think that was King
Bastion.
Mabel. Is that Mo? Mo back there with the Doink Clown?
Yeah, it's Bastion Booger and one of the
And this is
Bushwhackers.
Bushwhacker, I think.
Yeah.
You guys got some. Yeah, you guys got something against Nickelback.
All right. Last question. Would you rather hang out with Nickelback or go on a date with this lovely lady?
Oh
I'd
my.
rather go to Nickelback.
Ditto. Ditto. Yes.
Look, she's
Well,
pretty.
Nickelback.
She's pretty, isn't she?
Yeah, looker.
She's pretty, right?
Well,
Yeah, if you
it's
like that
kind
training section of
of hairy on the chin there.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's an old
Bearded
picture.
lady.
That's actually the first picture of that lady in character. You see how it's like an early picture of The Simpsons, and you see how they've changed throughout the years.
I just did a Google search for that.
Yeah, they're
lady.
not funny anymore.
Right now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? Sometimes they are.
All right.
I don't know. I don't watch The Simpsons anymore. I haven't watched it in probably 3 years.
Ditto. Same here.
All right. I got one more. I got one more. Would you rather here?
Oh God.
Brewer or Steve, who wants to? You guys do rock paper scissors for it.
I'll do it. Sure,
Well, it's
why
up to
not?
you
I'll
guys.
take it.
Yeah,
All right,
go
well,
for it, Steve.
I'll take-
got it. Steve's got it. Here,
All right.
let me bring it up here.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. All right. Would you rather be with Alexa Bliss or go on vacation to the beautiful Amalfi Coast in Italy?
Who's answering?
This is Steven.
Okay.
I will go. I'm going to go to Italy.
Wow. Italy over Alexa Bliss. I mean, they're both two beautiful, wonderful things. Rue, what would you have picked, Rue?
Because I got more of a shot going to Italy than I ever do with Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, but you're guaranteed the shot, right? You're guaranteed the shot.
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing you the shot.
Uh,
I'm giving you hard.
Oh, you're
hardy
guaranteeing
license.
it, son.
All right, we'll go with Alexa Bliss for now. Okay. So
All
we're
right.
going to go Alexa Bliss or, I don't know what this is. Let's see. Alexandra Daddario, if you know who that is.
oh, I do.
No idea who's good.
She was from Baywatch and was in the Percy Jackson movies.
And she's in True Detective.
Yep.
Never seen any of those things, so that's why I would never know who she is. So
All right, well, you're going to stick with Bliss here. All right.
okay.
All right, so Bliss or front row seats at WrestleMania.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
Bravo.
see, Lily
I'm going to take Bliss because honestly, I've been front row at wrestling events. It's not a good view.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Good point, Stephen Page, man. I've been in the front row and second row. He's right.
All right, well, last one right here. Alexa Bliss or
Okay, I left.
this is going to be really hard, or you get to hang out for a weekend with
I know. Ah!
Virgil.
Dad, take him to Olive Garden.
So Alexa Bliss.
You said Bliss? That's a bad choice.
Yeah.
Virgil Mania. Was this a real WWF magazine?
Yeah. I think it's like 1992, 91, 92.
August 1993, it says
Three.
here.
You know, close enough.
The price was $295. Not bad. Anyway, all right, that was fun. Hey, I'll do it again.
I thought you were going to say Stephanie McMahon there for a second.
Well,
You
we would have known who he chose. If it was Stephanie McMahon, we would have known that. Rue, you got another snack there. What you
Yeah.
got?
Good guy.
Got some. Let me get it on the camera here. Look at that. Some beef jerky. Look at that.
I don't mind beef jerky.
Oh, delicious. That's delicious. Delicious.
Well, that right there.
Oh my God. Anyway, let's get into. I want to talk a little bit
How many big men are there?
more serious of a subject because my brother and my brother came out and issued a couple things on Facebook, on Twitter, talking about the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz, who is an avid hunter, and he's a devout Christian. So I'm going to give Rue the floor here, but I'll just say that I'd like to hear your guys' take on this, because I know Big Josh, in Knoxville, Tennessee, people down there think of hunting a little bit different than up here. And although there's plenty of hunters up here, it's just, Rue, can you talk a little bit about your problem with the Carson Wentz thing and how you feel about him?
Well, I had known he was a hunter prior to, and that really doesn't I mean, it does bother me because I'm not into that, but I'm to each their own. If you want to do that, it's not illegal to do it. Personally, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But the reason I posted it was because it was on the same day that everyone was kissing his ass for visiting a kid in the cancer patient ward, which is fine and beautiful. And similar to the kid in WWE, it's great that they tout it and retweet it and show everyone how nice of a person he is. Well, I'm thinking to myself, well, he's also taking pictures with dead carcasses of animals he's murdered, and I've seen it published online. Not just animals like deer, not to justify killing a deer, but sometimes people kill deer because they have nothing else to eat, and they do it for their families. Obviously, Carson Wentz is well off. And he likes hunting beautiful animals. I don't know exactly the one that was in the picture in the article that I read, but it was pretty rare and disgusting that he was holding up the carcass, in my opinion. And I just think that the quote kind of set me off a little bit when he brought God into it and saying that he doesn't like the killing aspect of it, but he likes being surrounded and by God's creations, and like you said, being surrounded by God's creations right before he blows his brains out. So I just think it's very hypocritical. I also don't like on Twitter how he shoves his religion down everyone's throat. That's coming from someone who actually is the same religion, sort of, pretty much. So I don't like that. I think he's very I don't know what the word is. I think he's very hidden. He's one of those people who has to tell you that he did a good deed, and he has to show everyone, and needs to let everybody else know that he is blessed. Why do you have to let everybody else know that we got it? You're a quarterback for the Eagles. We got it. Thanks. Got it. Yep. You're better than us. Yep. And we need to do exactly what you do. I've said enough. Good. Move on.
All right. Real. Thank you for that. I'll just say that I do think that somewhere in there, first thing, he's a great football player, but that doesn't matter. Who you are as a person matters more. I think he's a good person, but I have trouble understanding the hunting mentality. Like, I agree. If you're going to hunt for food and also controlling population, there's a big deer problem. And if they pose a threat to humans and they're running out in front of cars and killing people, then they got to do something about it.
Right, exactly. I'll bring up a person we all like. I mean, most of us like Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels hunts. He's a Christian. And down in Texas, they have a big, like you were saying, they have a big pig problem down there. And they go out and they hire hunters to go take care of the pig population, because this pig population, they're not just regular pigs, they're wild pigs, and they eat things. So that's why they do that. I'm all for that. I'm all for conservation.
Yeah,
So if you're just doing it, and now if you're just doing it for the sense of you can do it and you're putting it up on Facebook, on your personal Facebook page, yeah, of course you're a celebrity, you're going to get retweeted, but hey, is to his own.
Yeah, I
think just to psychoanalyze a little bit, and this is just my opinion, I don't think anyone with half a fucking heart would ever take a picture of a dead animal's carcass and not even on Facebook, just to show their buddies and so if you're really a good I don't know, this is me from being 36. How old's Carson Wentz? 26? I've been around a little bit longer than him, and I kind of know how people operate. I just don't think he's that, and that's the reason I posted it. Like, everybody was like, okay, really? He's like the best person ever. First of all, John Cena visits cancer kids every week, every month, whatever it is, okay? Mm-hmm. So for Carson Wentz, who to do it one time, oh, wow, holy shit, these guys a saint. No, he's not a saint. That's why I got frustrated about it. So
he's probably still a good guy, but the thing is, the hunting thing, that's not just Carson Wentz. There is a huge percentage of Americans that hunt, and it's fine. But like you guys are saying, I don't get the I'm going to pay $50,000 to go to Africa to kill giraffes and pose with it, or I can't wait to get my picture taken with this bear and put him on my wall.
It's this is the last thing I'll say. I think first of all, I'm against it, but I totally understand when someone needs to hunt what Steven said. If they have wild pigs attacking people and pets and stuff, that's control a population, then by all means help people and be safe. Or if we have poor families who can't afford the high prices and want to, I've seen people in the area freeze deer meat like venison and have it and eat it throughout the year. Other than that, I don't think there's any reason that you should be killing a defenseless animal like that. I think it's disgusting. I think it's absolutely disgusting, let alone people who like him who are well off. And now here's another, one thing. I'm scatterbrained. One of the things he said is that one of the reasons he hunts is to reset his mind. How many problems does Carson Wentz have in his life that he has to go reset his mind by killing an animal like that, like an offensive animal? What does he have to reset? You know how many times I had to reset my fucking mind over the past year? I didn't go kill animals. I have an outlet called comedy and making people laugh and making people happy. I don't go kill fucking animals like Carson Wentz. Sorry for my language, but it's going to be a MA rated show. Sorry. That's my opinion. I'm sure Carson Wentz, he's blessed. He doesn't really have to reset his mind, does he? He's blessed, and the rest of us aren't. So he shouldn't have to reset his mind.
I'm gonna let Big Josh jump in since he's got the Tennessee take. What's the attitude towards hunters down in Tennessee? I guess
it depends, just the time of the year, and if you go to barber shops, and the only thing to talk about is always going hunt some bear down the woods there, Billy Bob. It's like that when I go to the barber shop. It's like the last 10 years. We gotta go down the woods, see them deer come up in your backyard, take my shotgun, pew pew pew. It's just they like it down here, but I'm in the tourist area, Pigeon Forge. It's not big, but anywhere else in Tennessee is like a really big deal.
Josh, I got to tell you that when I went to California on vacation, I went to a taping of The Price is Right, and I was sitting next to a woman who had a Pigeon Forge Great Smokies T-shirt on, and I was going to ask her if she knew the Hinkles, but I didn't get a chance to. And no, I did not get on The Price is Right, but you'll see me on the show on December 28th, but I did not get up as a contestant, but I was on TV.
Damn, didn't get to meet that WWE Hall of Famer, Drew Carey?
Oh, didn't even realize. I bet you didn't realize you were in the presence of a Hall of Famer.
I did. He was close. I thought he was in between takes. He interviews the crowd and talks, and we were right up front, so I thought he was going to talk to me, but never did. I guess I was too ugly for him, but...
See, I would rather meet Drew Carey because I like his show. I have no association with Drew Carey being in wrestling. I don't think any of us are like, oh my God, that's so memorable. I think he got thrown out, 30 seconds?
Yeah. Yeah.
He lost a lot of weight.
Big Josh, who's your favorite WWE celebrity in the Hall of Fame wing, the celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame?
Hard to say. It's like Pete Rose. A few times he got tombstone by Kane. Future Knox County mayor, by the way. And then there's Donald Trump, president.
By the way, hold on. Is Kane's election coming up in November here?
No, 2018.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought
that's what I thought. Okay, so somebody was telling me it was next week, and I said no. I think it's because I remember hearing him on the Ross Report. He was getting out there, but it's not till next year, right?
Yeah, it's not till May of 2018.
Well, that's why I thought he was coming back as Kane now, is trying to garner some people talking about him again. But I guess that's not why he did it.
He's been yeah.
Yeah, he's been flying back and forth from WWE events to Knoxville, and he says it's like a one-shot deal he's doing. He was talking about on a local news out here in East Tennessee. He said he's going to be signed for about 3 months through the Royal Rumble in January, and then after that, he might have a send off at WrestleMania.
Huh. Interesting.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan for old Glenn Jacobs.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more we can get out of the Kane character.
No.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he's obviously a Hall of Famer, and hopefully he wins the mayor race.
Yeah, you've seen him work against everybody pretty much so far. So, what else is there to do for him? It was like how Big Show was at his last whatever. By the way, Big Show I heard looks great. I heard he's really slimming down.
Unfortunately, he
anyway,
had to go get surgery, right?
Yeah, Maui.
Did I see that? I think he had to have surgery on his knee.
Maui and Farley was just going to walk in front of the camera, but
Maui.
Maui, say hi to Uncle Justin. Look, Uncle Justin.
Hi, Maui. She's not even looking at the screen.
Look.
Or maybe she is. She's not looking at the camera. Hi, Maui. All right. I got some trivia here. We only have 3 contestants. So you got 33% chance of winning here if we have even odds here. As there's some French kissing there. All right, are you guys ready for trivia?
Yes.
All right, I got 5 questions here. And let me get my pen.
Listen to your colorful language.
Well, my brother rubbed off on me, you know. Okay. Question number 1, and this is miscellaneous potpourri. There's a lot of different things here. It's not one theme. Okay. Who is the only member, and it's just scream it out. Whoever says it first. Who is the only member of the WWE Hall of Fame that was inducted twice?
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I got it.
Rue got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Rue, can you name what he got inducted for?
For his own singles career and then for the Horsemen.
Yeah.
Correct. Rue takes the lead. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys will get this one because I was hoping Zorzi would be here. So we'll see how this plays out. All right. The Baseball World Series is going on. The team with the most World Championships is the New York Yankees. Can you name – I was going to make you say the third, but can you name the team with the second most World Series championships?
Red Sox. No, that's probably not right.
Mets?
Nope.
Dodgers?
Nope. If you name the second or the third team, I'll give it to you.
The second most winningest?
Second most World Series.
Oh, God. I'm going to say, God, this is tough. It really is. And he said, who was number 1 again?
Yankees.
Yankees, of course, the Yankees. I will say, God, this is really tough. He can't say the Mets. They didn't, no way.
No, because they
Red
weren't
Sox?
around.
I would say maybe Red Sox. No, it can't be Red Sox because they didn't. No, they broke the. No, that was 04.
They had a long drought.
But they've won 7 championships, though.
Oh, since. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, since.
But not total. They're close. Not.
God, this is really interesting. Let me try to think of this. Can you give us a hint, American or national?
National.
Yeah, I was going to ask that, too.
National?
Okay, national. Okay.
I'll go with...
Okay, that helps out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll
go with no, it can't be St. Louis. I'll go with San
I'm going to
Francisco.
steer Ruse and go with the Cardinals.
Giants.
No, it was the Cardinals.
Oh, damn. Always go with your gut.
Steve said it, so I'm going to give it to Steve.
All right. Well,
You can give it to Rue. He got it.
The Cardinals are the third, which is what I was going to ask because I thought are actually the Oakland Athletics because when they were in Philadelphia, they were the 8th and they won all the time. They were one of the best teams in the league. All right.
Yeah, because I was thinking the Giants used to be New York Giants.
Yeah. All right. So now some U.S. history here. They just released some classified information from when JFK was shot in 1963.
Why that has any relevance in 2017, I don't know. But
my question is, who took office after JFK was shot?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
That is correct. Stephen Page knows his history. He's an American. As Hulk Hogan would say, he's a real American.
And he has a beautiful singing voice.
Yes, he does. That's yeah. I'm gonna give.
Can you sing something? Maybe like "America Be the Beautiful." Or wait, no. What's an American song that we can sing? How about like the national anthem, like the first verse of it, Stephen?
No.
Oh, say, can you see? And then you do that like treble thing. Do it.
I'm gonna
do it,
play
Steve.
this.
Just the one sentence, Stephen. Give us something. Oh,
You're a grand old flag. You're a high fly flag.
All right, I take it back. That was all right. I take it back.
All right. Okay, that's 2-1, Stephen Page. Number 4. There's 5 answers here, so I'm gonna go one by one and let you guys answer because this is gonna be hard to do. So, the top 5 best-selling video games of all time. Don't answer. Don't answer.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You gotta pick off them. I'm gonna let Josh guess first. One of the top 5 best-selling video games of all time. Go.
Mario Brothers.
Yes, that's 1. Josh gets 1. Rue, go ahead.
I will go with Madden.
No. Steven.
Madden is not on there?
No.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, I will take that. It's Grand Theft Auto 5, but I will take that. Okay.
Wow.
Then we'll go one more time around to get these other ones. Josh.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
No. Rue.
I will go with Pac-Man.
No. Stephen Page.
I'm gonna go with what the hell is? I'm not good with video games. What the hell is the
Oh, maybe the original.
Oh, freaking!
They gotta be.
I saw it on my. I don't know. I give up.
All right.
That's not. Is that a game? Is that a game?
No, the top 5 in order. Number 1.
Halo.
Number 1 was Tetris.
Wow.
Number 2 is Minecraft.
Huh.
Number 3 is Wii Sports.
Oh, please. Wii Sport. Well, that's interesting because Wii Sports came free with the Wii. It was packaged into the system.
I guess they counted that. Yeah. Number 4 was Grand Theft Auto 5, and number 5 was Super Mario Brothers.
Yep.
So, here's the last question.
Well, I guess the 5 wasn't any of the ones I was thinking.
Yeah. The last question is the closest to the pin question. I'm going to start with Rue. Our last Horseman Hangout was recorded in 2016. Give me the date that you think it was recorded.
I know Henkel's going to get this. No, I thought you knew.
Cheating. No cheating.
Well, I know it was. I think it was after. That was. I want to say August. The last one we did. Okay, and it was 16. I think maybe we did. Did we do a Halloween one? No. I'm going to say August 27th.
All right, Josh.
Oh, God. It's like we're in mothballs, man. I'm going to say July 15th.
All right, Steve, you want to guess?
Damn, why did you take mine? You took mine, Josh. I was going to say that.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I was going to say July 15th. That's too funny. But I will go July 23rd. I don't even know if that lines up. But
the correct answer is July 13th, 2016.
Wow.
So Josh wins that one, mothballs. And
didn't we do something? Did we do something since that? We tried. We went live a couple times.
I think we tried to do a pay-per-view or something.
Yeah.
And I tried to do it once, but it didn't work. I couldn't get the Google Hangouts to work, but
Yeah.
it's working now. Anyway, the final tally: Stephen Page actually pulls off the win, 3-2 for Josh and 1 for Rue. So congratulations. By the way, Josh, do they not have sound effects on this thing anymore?
No, they got rid of it.
Josh, I think Eddie needs to talk. Have Eddie talk for us.
Nah, it's past his bedtime.
All right, I'll do the voice then.
Did they get rid of everything on this? Did they get rid of like the little like screen graphic things we used to do?
Josh.
Yeah.
They really revamped it. Josh, can you
It didn't. They made it shittier. But
wait a minute,
pretty
Josh.
much.
Josh, I see your little logo there. It says hi to Gina DiBiase. What the hell?
What? I'm just saying hi. I'm just saying hi to Justin's lovely bride.
Well, I think you and Mr. Lane both echo those sentiments. All right, now hold up, Eddie of Mozart. I'm going to try something. Hold up, Eddie. Justin, keep the camera on Josh. Click it on Josh. All right, ready? Keep it there. Eddie, my name's Eddie, and I'm here live in the Horsemen Hangout. And I'd just like to say that this guy Jossie is keeping me captive. Give me away. Give me free. I want to live with Maui. Ryan. Hey, Uncle Ryan. Take me here. Take me free. This guy, all he does is fart all day. He farts all day. That's all he does. In that room. All day. Farts. Into the pillow. Into the couch. All day. Help me. Save me. Ruff. Run, 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 run. How was that, Big Josh? Was that a good impersonation?
I give a solid 6.
All right. Sorry for the roasting.
Yeah,
Oh, it's okay. Calm down.
Sorry for the roasting. Now Maui is giving me the approval to go pick up Eddie Mozart and save him from your farts, Big Josh. Sorry, Maui. I was kidding.
Rue and the lady in the room.
I was kidding. I was kidding.
I think it's a good time. It's a good time now to talk about
Easy. She's knocking over the wires.
Rue, you need some time with that thing?
Yeah.
You need some secret special time with that thing?
Yeah,
God damn.
She wants a brother, Eddie Mozart.
Rue, you want to talk about that roast battle you wanted to do?
Oh, yeah, the roast battle. Oh, yeah, well, I think maybe we could wipe this slobber off my face. We could do a roast battle instead of maybe Promo Mania because, we did Promo Mania is great, and if we don't want to do it tonight, we can do it, but maybe to change up the yearly tradition of a challenge, maybe we can do something called Roast Wars or Roast Battles or Roastamania, where two people go head-to-head, similar to Promo Mania. One person roasts the other one. You go back and forth maybe a couple times, but you have an allotted time. You don't go like arguing or anything. That's pointless. I mean, like Big Josh would have like a minute to roast me. I would have a minute to roast Big Josh, maybe in a funny voice. I don't know, whatever. That's it. And then we'd have like Stephen Page pick the winner.
You want to give us a sample of how it would go?
Nah, I don't want to roast Big Josh tonight.
You could roast me. You could roast me.
Nah, you're a good host. You're a good man. You got a good head on your shoulders. I'm gonna wait a minute. No, I'm gonna roast somebody who isn't here. I'm gonna roast Mr. Lane.
No, you know what? No, I thought about that. That's gonna be our Promo Mania. We're all cutting promos on him.
Okay, all right. I'll save it then for that.
All right, and I'm not even doing a character. I'm just cutting a damn promo on him. All right.
All right.
You know what? Let's screw it. I'm not gonna curse. I'm not gonna curse. Gotta get in trouble. But right. I'm doing my Promo Mania right here, okay?
All right.
Listen, I was looking forward to the return of the Horsemen Hangout for a long time here. And I planned this date. I thought about it, and I talked to Rue about it, and I let these guys know today. But I was so excited. And who is one of the most important people on the Horsemen Hangout? Mr. Lane Sir. He's one of the 4 horsemen. Not only is he not here, I'm going to talk right to you, Mr. Lane. Not only are you not here, you didn't answer my text messages. You didn't answer my tweets. I know you saw them, buddy. I know you saw them. Are you scared? Are you scared of coming back here and getting embarrassed by me because my World Series predictions are coming true and yours aren't? Because I think that's it, Mr. Lane. So here, let me offer you a little challenge, if I may, okay, Mr. Lane? You come back on this Horseman Hangout, okay? And we do a Roastamania. Mano y mano. Mr. Lane versus Mr. Host. Bring it, brother. Bring it. Okay? All right, next. Who wants to go next?
All right, I'll go next. What are we cutting promos on Mr. Lane, right?
Yeah, you can do a character or you could be yourself.
You talk about Delsea Pride. You talk about Delsea Regional High School Pride. Franklinville, New Jersey. The high school, this very high school that I attended, the very high school that Mr. Lane, sir, attended. You talk about pride. You talk about that very word, pride. Well, what does pride even mean? Does pride mean not answering text messages from your best friends? Does pride mean not coming on the show after a year and a half of absence? The one time we're back and you don't come back on the show. That's not pride. I think that is what we call chicken. Mr. Lane, are you chicken? Or do you just cook chicken? Because I've seen the pictures on Instagram, and yes, you do cook chicken. But are you chicken? Because if you are, which I think you are, cook yourself.
All right, let me just say for you guys that you could either roast Mr. Lane or Zorzy. You could roast Zorzy. I'd like to get a Zorzy roast in here. Josh, do you want to roast somebody?
Yeah, I'll take Zorzy.
Uh-oh. Z, Mr. Z.
Oh, the Z man. The man who wears the Z on the back of his trunks like the guy in WCW. I mean, Mr. Z, you're probably watching some baseball. You're probably catching some Z's as well. But you, sir, need to come back on the show and take your roasting like a man, Mr. Z. Because right now, you are not here. Shame on you, Mr. Z. Shame on you. For shame. You brought shame to the Horsemen Hangout.
Do more. Do like 30 seconds more, Josh. I love it. I was digging that. Do some more.
Oh God, my head hurts.
Maybe I'll give you talk about how Z. Talk about how Z doesn't care about the Horseman Hangout.
Oh, Z doesn't care about anything. Only he cares about is baseball. For crying out loud! For crying out loud, man! Quit with the baseball, man!
All right,
that was good.
That was pretty good. Steve, do you want to take a turn, or are you good?
Z is going to rebuttal definitely.
No,
next
I'm
week.
good.
All right, yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot there.
I don't got anything for you. You guys did pretty good, so I ain't got nothing to add to that.
Just so Mr. Lane and Z knows, we do this because we love them. We want them back on the show. We have to really start something with them to get them on the show. So we got to say something, you know. That's what makes a good show. Storylines. So we got our storylines now. So tune in next week.
Mr. Lane, Mr. Zorzy, we need you.
You heard it there, folks. All right. 10:48 here on the East Coast. We're on the East Coast, so no time zone differences. What else do I have written down here? Nothing really else. You know, if Zorzy was here, we'd talk a little bit more baseball, but not here. Football. My Eagles are best team in the NFL over Mr. Page's Patriots.
I have a sports comment.
Go ahead.
I was thinking about it today, and I think maybe you heard news because I don't really follow the sports line Twitters and all that, but I have a hunch that the Phillies, even though they've narrowed it down to their two candidates, they may just at least give Joe Girardi a look. He's worth a look. If they don't give him a look, they're going to hear it. But I think they're going to give him more than a look. I think you may have a possible future Phillies manager in Mr. Joe Girardi. That's my opinion.
Who else is he going after, Brew?
What's the guy's name, Joe? I forget.
Right now, the Phillies?
Yeah, Andy.
No, guys you never heard of. Is the AAA manager they might hire, and then Gabe Kapler, who was a former player, assistant coach. So
yeah, we also went. He was also in the running for the Red Sox, but they didn't go with him.
Think about this, Jussie. Think about this. They're going to be a contender in a couple years. Do you see, and no offense to those guys, and you know more about them than I do, but I could see Joe Girardi leading that young team, because he's so good with young players when he was with the Yankees, leading that team to a championship. Now, I can't guarantee it, but can you see those two guys being like the Charlie Emanuel of the next generation?
Everyone says he's a good guy too. I just think that the Phillies ownership and general manager want a young guy that's a nerd kind of analytic.
Really? They don't want Girardi isn't. So Girardi isn't the, and this is news to me. I'm asking you. Girardi isn't like the Saber Matrix type manager, by the book
he's
type.
Probably half and half, but he's more old school, if anything. You know,
yeah.
I was going to mention to Steve, the Phillies actually reportedly interviewed John Farrell, former Red Sox manager.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen because he's another old school. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen either. So
we have Joe Girardi and like, well, Bo works in the office.
I mean, I like Farrell. I did like John Farrell, but I think it was just time for a change. I think every now and again, I don't see these managers. I think it's 2017 and beyond is not for a manager to sit on a job for 20 years. It's just not going to happen nowadays, I don't think.
Because it's hard for us to wrap our heads around because the Phillies have been so bad, but the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Nationals all made the playoffs, and they all fired their head coaches. Interesting.
You know what? I'd like to see a stat.
Look at it. At least from my perspective, John Farrell, he was a great manager. Yes, he won a World Series here. But if you got to remember, that had a lot to do with the city. They wanted to win that so much for the city. They had motivation. They felt like if they had failed the city in 2013, like people were, maybe not, maybe I'm crazy, and maybe they thought people were going to hurt them personally.
So I think Terry probably thought they were going to get pelted.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they went out there with motivation of, we got to win this no matter what. We're going to manage differently. We're going to do this differently. So that's how they won it. I think John Farrell was very stuck in his ways and didn't want to, move on with the times.
Yeah. All right. So I think if we don't have anything else, we'll move on to final thoughts here. Drew, do you have anything?
I want to plug Big Josh since I roasted a little bit. Well, who did I roast? I roast Mr. Lane, but I have nothing to plug of his other than his YouTube channel. I want to plug Big Josh TV and Big Josh in the Pits on Vince Russo's The Brand. I'm gonna plug it. You can watch that weekly. Is it weekly? Weekly, I think. I always catch the videos when you post them on Twitter, but usually weekly or bi-monthly.
Monthly, twice a month.
Twice a month. So bi-monthly, you can catch Big Josh TV. Now, ironically enough, Triple H Guy 2004, a.k.a. Stephen Page, is my creation. Well, In the Pits with Big Josh is also my creation. So I'm plugging my creation, the In the Pits NASCAR show that I pitched to Vince Russo himself in a private DM about a few months ago. And check that out. Also, check out my new Rue TV Halloween special that's going to be airing by the end of the weekend. I'll be done with it. And it's going to be a long one. It's going to be about 25 minutes, I guess. So it's going to be, I think it's really good. And then next month and the month after, I'm going to be working on a Christmas special. So that'll be fun. That's all.
Does YouTube make you put limits on your videos? You can do long ones like that?
Yeah, I can do them long. Yeah, they used to back in the day. There was a 10-minute limit. And then once you got to a certain status, I don't know how they determined that, you were allowed to do longer ones. Yeah. Yeah, I
think if you proved that you got views on any of your videos, I think that's how it went. I'm not exactly sure how that went because mine was the same way. Like when I first started uploading videos about wrestling, I could only do like 5-minute videos. And then one day I went to go do a long video and I was getting up into that 5-6 minute range of it. And I was like, oh no, I better cut it off. And then it let me, I realized, and then I went long and I went and uploaded a 10-minute video and it let me upload it. So it was like,
Steven, can I make a suggestion before we get to Justin's final thoughts or whoever's final thought? Steven, I would love to see, the big trend in YouTube now, and some of it, a lot of it is bad because it's killing a lot of creativity, but it's fun in certain ways. Like I watch a couple of these people, not many, but if you were to do daily vlogs, I think that would be the best. Like daily vlogs, like the old days we used to do in the cars with Royal Page and your dad. If you do daily vlogs, I think that would be a hit. Maybe down the line, maybe next year, 2018.
I think the thing with the daily vlogs is there's just not a lot for me to talk about.
Yeah. Well, talk about lunch and talk about lunch.
Everyone loves
it's lunch. Not very much. I drink a protein shake. It's not very long, eh?
All right. All right.
Steve, you have final thought? We already did you. Did we do your final thought?
No, but I don't really have anything. I just want to thank on tonight. It was great hanging out with you guys as usual. We usually have a lot of fun, so hopefully we can do this in the future.
Yeah, let's not wait another year and a half.
No, I know. We're
Yeah.
definitely going to do it. Well, now that I know that this app works now, we'll definitely do it more. I can't guarantee every week because, we all have stuff, but we're definitely going to do it maybe every other or, as more people can make it. So, Big Josh, final thoughts?
The coolest invention on a phone has to be the flashlight.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
I mean, it's like the light.
Give me some flash, Josh. Give me that flash. I'm blinded.
Okay, I'm cutting off.
Blinded by that.
Okay, it's great to come back to the show. Mr. Z, Mr. Lane, come back soon, gentlemen. And
Josh.
What?
No, keep going. I got to tell you something after you're done.
Oh, you're killing me, Rube. And yes, pretty soon when Mr. Rube gets done with the whole Big Josh TV merch thing, which I am marking out for the Big Josh TV T-shirts, I hope. And just to say thank you to you three gentlemen for coming on tonight. It's always fun to hang out with you guys.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Josh. We love you, and even though we roast you, we're just having fun. Josh, do you see that? Do you see behind you that orange car in the right in the background? That the one hanging up on the back? No, the other way. Turn the head the other way. The one with the orange backing on it, or is it orange or red?
On the wall?
Yeah, that's that one. You see it?
Yeah.
Grab it. Bring it over here. Grab it and bring it over here.
Oh, you're killing me.
Thanks. Grab it.
What's going on?
I just want to see that one. I was curious what it was.
Okay. Eddie. Yeah.
Dildo.
Eddie, careful.
All right.
All right. Did you get it? You didn't get it. Or you did get it.
What happened?
Josh, you didn't get it. I say grab that car off the one with the orange back. Oh, you do have it. All right, let's see. Army. Let me see. That is a Dale Earnhardt, the enforcer, number 3. I remember. Army. Is that a commemorative one? That's an interesting one. Describe that to us.
It says he ran the car in 1976.
All right. Well, that's all I wanted to know. All right. Thanks, Josh.
Okay. All right. I'll get to my final thought. I didn't prepare anything, but I will say that I had an interesting end of my week because this happened.
What happened? He got engaged again? Oh, no. He got his phone cracked. Look at that.
Cracked my damn phone. You can see there's the I can't even see the screen. So I have an appointment at the Apple store 4:30 to fix my screen tomorrow. So hopefully it all goes well. And then today when I came home from work, I got gas in my car and then my car wouldn't start. My battery was dead. So I had to get my friend to jump my car. So kind of been I had to get a new battery tomorrow morning before work. So anyway, on a lighter note, Stranger Things is back tonight. I believe in an hour you can stream all of season 2, which pretty good show. I thought it was a little bit overrated, but it was it's very good. People went nuts over it, but I thought it's a good show.
If
I could recommend,
I'm thinking of the same thing of the. There's another show on Netflix that everybody's talking about, Mindhunters, and it's like good. But I don't know what everybody's ranting and raving about. It's a little boring. Like you really gotta be involved in it to not get bored.
People go crazy. I will.
There's a lot of dialogue. There's
that's how I felt
dialogue.
That's how I felt about Westworld. Everyone went crazy about Westworld, and all they did was talk the entire time. I'm like, oh my god. But anyway,
it's like, dudes.
Raise your hand if you've
somebody do something.
Have any of you guys seen American Vandal on Netflix yet?
Not yet, no.
I highly recommend that. It's very funny, and it's only it's like 8 half-hour episodes, so the whole season's 4 hours, and it's really funny. It's like mockumentary style, making fun of making a murderer, but it's like gets you invested. It's almost real. So check that out.
What's it called? I didn't hear what it was called.
American Vandal. So the theme behind it is there's a mystery that this high school got vandalized, a parking lot. Somebody spray painted a bunch of penises on the teachers' cars, and they're trying to figure out.
Oh, I have heard about that. Yeah. I've heard about the show. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny.
I heard about it on the. I didn't put it together until you talked about because that's how they explained it on the morning show. It was. Yeah. I guess that's how you got to explain it for everybody to know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's kind of like Making a Murderer, but it's funny. Check it out. It's a good show. Anyway, that's all I've got, guys. I wanted to thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully we'll have a full panel next time. It's been very fun. Have a great weekend. Friday's tomorrow, TGIF. And Halloween. We didn't do a Halloween episode because of Halloween's on Tuesday night. So who knows? Maybe we'll do one next week. I don't know. But thank you all for joining us.
As Tony Schiavone would say, see you later, slapdicks.
I'll end it with that. We'll end it with that. Steve, do it again for the sign out. One more time. No, one more time. Do it. Say it again.
Say it verbally.
See you later, slapdicks.
Right on. See you guys.
I'm dead.